Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Shrestha, and in today's video we are going to do some setting of our goals and intentions for 2021. I know we are late at the party, I am late at planning, but I am here, and if you are interested, keep on watching. So first thing first, if you haven't watched my 2021 January plan with me video, please do, because in that video I told you how I was a bit not well and then was taking a break, and that's how I didn't plan my 2021, which I do at every year. So that was something which was bothering me. Finally last weekend I got down, I had some time and I did my planning, and I would like to share my journals here, or flip through my journals, which journal I have chosen this time. And this time I have done bullet journaling, so what sort of setup I have followed, I'm going to tell you all. So just grab your notebooks and pen, because it's going to be a very interactive video. So first thing first, if you remember, this was my last year's bullet journal in which I would sit down and do all the planning. Apart from that, I was also using Life Hacking Planner by Saloni, which helped me with my daily tasks and making sure or tracking my goals. So I was using both of them, but this year I am just using for now this Clever Fox bullet journal. It is a dotted journal basically, and I have decided to bullet journal this year. And in just few seconds I'm going to show you a flip through my bullet journal. And yes, let's have a quick flip through of my bullet journal. It's from Clever Fox. It's a very good quality journal, dotted journal, and it's in forest green color. Now before I start with the flip through, this theme for the new year and Jan 2021 is not mine. I simply recreated Amanda Redgley's bullet journal design and setup. I will link both of her videos in the description box below. Her doodles and bullet journal setups are so beautiful and amazing, you guys. Of course, I have done certain changes and tweaked it according to my likings and need, which I will recommend you guys to do too. Like, I added 2 pages here for goal planning and review of 2020. I could have switched it, but I almost forgot a page for review of 2020 and ended up writing goal. I also added up 2 more pages, books I read and Netflix watch list. Now this is my January 2021 setup. Before I talk about it, you guys, when I first saw Amanda doing it, I was like, this is going to be too time consuming. I want a minimalistic one. But when I heard the her inspiration behind this paper crane themes setup, I was so touched and I wanted to do it, so I did. And guys, when I was making these paper crane doodles, it was so therapeutic. Of course, I tweaked up some setups and some pages, and I absolutely love how it turned out. So you guys tweak a bit and see what makes you happy. So I hope you guys liked it, and now without any further ado, let's start with the first part of this video, where we're going to review our previous year, which was 2020. And for that you would need any plain notebook or your journals. I used a plain notebook here where I sat down, did all my roughly planning, and after that I went ahead and jot down the main important points in here. So grab your notebooks and pen, because for reviewing a previous year, we're going to discuss some 5 questions. You can pause this video, take your time, and then answer them. So the questions we're going to use are the same which we used last year, which I came up with. Those are the basic questions I ask myself every time I want to review the year. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go with each question one by one, and you can pause the video and answer them. So the first question, your important highlights and memories of 2020. It's a very important question, so pause this video and answer it, guys. Secondly, now this question is again very important. What were your regrets of 2020, or things you want to leave in 2020? Just think about it and then write it. Your top 5 accomplishments and challenges from 2020. Again, a good way to introspect what worked for you and what didn't. And finally, the last question, things you're grateful for. It's very important to express your gratitude whenever and wherever you can, and this is a good time to do that. So I'm going to share at least one of the answers, because if I do so with all the answers, this video is going to be really long. So let's just start with the first one, which was important highlights and memories from 2020. So apart from a pandemic which we all faced together, and the difficulties and the stress which came along with it, apart from that, there were of course some good moments from 2020. At least what I would like to say, I made the most out of 2020. So before COVID really became like a pandemic and worse, I really was lucky enough to go to India, visit my family and friends right at the beginning of the year, which was good. And now it's been almost more than a year that I have seen them, and that's why I have actually reached my homesickness threshold. But yes, that was good. I got to visit them before this thing happened, and after that I got to travel 2 places. One was Turkey and the other one was Oxford. I did solo sightseeing in Oxford, which was good. I made the most out of every festival which came my way, and I could celebrate it in small little ways. What else? And of course, I monetized my channel. This is my passion project, you guys. I also got done with my beta testing of my mindset coaching program, and I am gonna officially launch it in another month or so. I'm working on it. It's a big project coming your way, you guys, and I'm working on it. In terms of my health goals, I was quite regular, did regular workouts, and of course, you guys, every time the lockdown happened, the gyms closed, but I tried working out at home. So either way, I was working out, which I'm really proud of. I tried eating wholesome, nutritious meal, which was again a big yay and a big highlight from the last year. I also did a lot of courses and invested in me and my personal development, which is one of my primary goal every year, that investing in your own self is really important. I did meditation. I actually spent time every day, which I liked to call me time. So I did spend a lot of time on me this year, which was good. In March, I did lose my grandmother, which was really hard for me because I was really close to her. And the worst part was when the lockdown happened and international flights from UK were stopped till the end of the month, and I missed her last rituals. So that was kind of hard for me, but I made peace with it. So that was quite hard, and I hope wherever she is happy. That's what I would like to think. So yes, that was a big highlight of the year. We also moved from London to Liverpool, which was again another important highlight of the year. So this was my year. I would like to know how your year was. Comment below and let me know. I would love to read them. Now let's talk about the second part, where we are going to actually sit down and plan our 2021. This is actually the fun part, you guys, and we will end up making some SMART goals. What is SMART goals, you ask? SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant and time-based. So you have to make sure your goals are actually attainable, and I like to go through a very specific system when I am planning my goals. I like to divide it into major sections like health or fitness, professional goals or your career goals, financial goals, self-care or self-development, or personal development goals. So I like to go through all these categories, sit down and think about those goals, and I like to really break it down. When I talk about personal development, for example, you can talk about how many books you want to read that year, what sort of books you want to read, and if you're planning to read, for example, 25 books a year, then you need to make sure that you make a plan that every month I'm supposed to read somewhere close to 4 to 5 books, and which means how many books I have to complete by a week's time. So when you start thinking about these specific questions, you make some very specific goals. It's not just very vague, and that's what's more important. And you also have to make sure that you write your major yearly goals goals very simply and in simple ways, so that you can have it in front of you all the time, especially when you sit down and you do your weekly goal planning or your monthly goal planning, because you have to make sure at the end of the day everything aligns with your major goal. It doesn't make sense that your major goal is something here and what you're working on is something somewhere here. You will never meet, you guys, or your goals will never meet. So make sure you consider these things. Also guys, every year I like to have a word of the year. Like for my 2020, the word was clarity, and I can say a lot of things which happened in my life led me towards getting a clarity of things. So this really works. It kind of sets the tune for the year. It sets the vibe of the year. So for this year, my word of the year is discipline. I would actually love to know what is your word of the year, so add that extra question and answer it in the comment box below. I would love to know what is your word of the year. And with that, I hope you guys like this video. If yes, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also hit the little bell icon next to it so that you can be updated with all my latest videos. Meet me next Thursday guys. Until then, take care. Bye bye. I love you all.